We're
Well, I
Pinocchio.
am, if you don't mind.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I didn't want to interrupt. Sorry.
No, I was saying we're Pinocchio. We're playing the role of Pinocchio. We're animated until we wake up and become a real boy. Oof. I'm going through the tunnel, y'all, in the Rockies, and it's just raw. You know, they hadn't. It's just like they didn't just do it, of course, but they left it raw. You know, the digging and stuff. So it's just, you know, they didn't. Yeah, they didn't try to fix it up or nothing. They just left it like that. So it's beautiful. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Whoa. Anything else about that?
Is Mr. Howard still there?
Yes.
Yes, I'm recording. I'm recording the Rockies. Recording these mountains.
What did you?
Oops. He's recording.
Okay.
He's recording.
He's recording the mountains.
Yeah. I'm driving and he's recording.
Oh, I was just wondering, does he have any feel for what's being said here?
I'm on board, you know, with the it is what it is. And
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, I guess for me, I'm waiting for it is to take place on the at the final point or the final stages. Since we're on the path, I'm waiting for. I'm waiting. I'm not in a hurry. I'm not desperate. I'm not rushing, but I'm waiting.
And what is it you're waiting for?
To go to do that. The spiritual cleansing, first of all, I want to
Okay.
experience that.
Okay, so you want to go, like, I'm here in Colorado and I know they have some here periodically. They just had one actually this month here, probably about a half hour away from here, but not about an hour away. But anyway, yeah, so
What about in Phoenix? But what about in Phoenix?
I haven't seen one in Phoenix. But you can
Since
always,
that's where we are.
right, I know, you can always look it up, but there are just certain places. There are just certain places because some places, you know, it's not really legal yet.
Well, can you text me the information where I can look it up?
Okay, I will. Yeah, I will. And
Okay.
yeah, because there is a group that come here, and I met them in New York. I did it in New York with them. That same group that comes out here. But but Colorado, from my knowledge, from what I've been looking at, is the closest one where you know, they do ceremonies, ayahuasca ceremonies.
Well, yeah, the closest one here to Phoenix.
To Phoenix is here in Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How you doing?
Oh, Mexico! Anyway, Mexico. Maybe even New Mexico. But I know definitely Mexico, they do it in oh yeah, they do it in Mexico. Oh, they do ayahuasca in Mexico. They do a lot of ayahuasca in Mexico. And it's right there, you know. Yeah. So
Is that hello?
yes.
Is that kind of like similar to I don't know if you heard of the Day of Pentecost in the Book of Acts?
I'm familiar with
When
okay,
that
and I'll
same
tell
kind
you,
of experience you.
I went through that experience. That when my Kundalini came up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was speaking in tongues. That was Acts. That was going through the Book of Acts right there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, my tongue was waving and wagging and that. So yeah, Yeah, yeah. And the it was talking about the language that, no one ever heard before. Right. Yeah, that's what I went through. Yeah. And now it's not, your tongue doesn't even move the way, it doesn't even move the way, um, we do our mouths, what I'm saying? It doesn't move like that. It was like, it was more like something, it felt like what it was, a muscle in my mouth out of control. It was wagging like, I had no control of. Yeah, that's it. I had no control over it. It wasn't me speaking. It was God speaking through me. I couldn't even pull it back.
You know what he
I
was
couldn't
saying?
stop it. No, I do not know. I do not know the utterances. I do not know the utterances, but I know it was many languages, many tongues.
Were there people around you who knew how to interpret?
No, no, no.
Hey, could you calculate how much time that took for yourself, or were you unaware of time?
I was unaware. Okay, so the last, when I know what time it started. Around the time it started, around 11 o'clock in the morning. It started. That's a good question. It started. I know it started around 11 o'clock in the morning, and it ended. I don't know what time it was. I remember, but that part ended after I made a decree for the Gemini age. I mean, the sign of a Gemini.
Will it go to the fifth floor?
When I made that decree, I think that was the last thing that was done that day. And I don't know what time it was. I don't know. I remember, I don't know. I think.
Can you estimate?
I want to say. I want to say it was a few hours, because when it came up, I went in the house, and after I calmed down, because I had a moment of, calming down after my loins was wrapped and girded. I had a moment where I went in to lay down, and I got on the phone, and my phone was dead, and nobody could use their phone in the house. So I know that was probably a good half hour before I could use my phone, but I wasn't done yet. But I wasn't done at that point. So I started again. I don't know. So I'm going to say about